it was funny too because I was watching the game with Thru and Chris. I was there. I was watching it.
Oh my God, you were over with the boys.
I had to see it. I had to see it.
Is it everything you thought it would be?
It's everything and more. You know, you talk about the Hulk with his cut-off T-shirts punching a wall. It's pretty interesting. When they flash, because you know they'll do periodically, they'll flash to the coaches on the sideline, but Daboll's in the box, and he turns to me and said, "Is that good or bad that Daboll's in the box? What's your opinion about that?" I said, "Well, if you have a veteran guy, normally you want the one-on-one communication with the OC on the field because you already know what he sees, and you know, if you're a veteran play caller and a veteran quarterback, you guys already know. You know the answers to the test. That's not a big deal. You want to try to fix things on the field one-on-one that you could talk to them quickly.
Right.
That's great. What I like about Daboll being in the box is that he sees the entire field. You can't see that from the box. Even though they have all this technology, they print out all the stuff, and he can see it immediately.
Yeah.
And know, all right, this is the read on this play. He didn't do it. What's going on?
Yeah, the NFL handcuffs their ability to look at things happening real time. So the NFL does not allow them to get the looks that you can just get from the box.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
They still have to use pictures. They're not allowed to use video on the sidelines. They're still only allowed to use pictures.
Now they can give him a printout of 3 different things.
Right.
Now he could say, if the corner's rolling up on the side, let's say the corner's playing back 10 yards, and he comes up to like a 5-yard cushion, and then at the snap he's right on the receiver. Well, the OC who sees that can relay that to him, whether or not. So then the quarterback's not flipping through 3 things saying which of these 2 does not match.
Right.
So it's one of those things where he could have even seen it out of the field, but it takes out the mystery because he's seeing everything that the quarterback sees, but from the top. And I like that he can communicate that down to the boys. So
yeah, that's fine with me with Daboll being up there. I think a lot of that really depends on the strength of your offensive staff, though, right? Because the quarterback's got to come talk to somebody. So who's he coming to talk to? Quarterback's coach?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Just as long as the QB coach and Daboll are lockstep, I'm fine with Daboll being in the box. Mm-hmm. That's totally fine. It is easier to see that stuff from upstairs than it is.
He calls the play into the quarterback, right? Either Daboll calls it down to the quarterback coach and he calls it in.
Yep.
Or Daboll calls it in directly. I'm not really sure how that system works. I'm just guessing here. But from what I've seen in the past, he'll call it in. And then when the mic kicks off in the quarterback's helmet, Daboll and the quarterback coach are still talking.
Right.
So they're like, okay, listen, next if he throws it to this, make sure you tell him. And then he'll get on the horn and do all this stuff. That's what I like about the headset, which is so fascinating to me, is the fact that he could call a play in, and I think it's kicked off at 15 seconds.
Yeah, I think that's right.
But he calls the play in. He could tell him where to look, which is because he's up in the booth.
Yep.
All right, listen. If they go cover 2, you're gonna have to really get this ball off quick. If they come with a weak side blitz, you're gonna have to throw hot.
Well,
and then he clicks off and he goes.
There are some disadvantages to having to depend on technology like that. So my question is, when the Bills go to New England, because New England is notorious for having headset issues.
Yes.
Notorious for having headset issues. So an OC in the box could be a death sentence. Right?
It's bugged. The box is bugged.
But remember, Daboll was there. He was in New England. So if there really is something shady going on, will we see him in the box, or will we see him on the sidelines for that game?
With no headset?
I
don't think so.
My question to you he
does know behind enemy lines.
Well, that's what I mean. So my question to you really is, one, will he be in the box or on the sidelines for that game?
I think he'll be in the box, number one. Number 2.
It's late in the season.
I know, but here's the thing. He'll be in the box because it's not, even though he was there, it's not like Belichick gave him information like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, it wasn't like he gave him an earpiece of what the other OC was, or what the other defensive coordinator was
Yeah,
saying.
but he saw it 10 times. Like you telling me that the 10 times that they had a home game, 12 times that they had a home game, that he wasn't sitting there, and if your headset issues in 3 of them, that's not peculiar.
That's the thing, though. Belichick teaches you everything you know. He doesn't teach you everything he knows. That's the problem with the whole scenario with the Belichick thing. He doesn't let every one of his assistants know everything that he knows, because what happens when they leave him? Charlie Weiss?
Oh, God, that was terrible. Romeo Cornell's been kicking around forever.
He's still there, though. I mean, Romeo still can get it done. And again, he had J.J. Watt and Jadeveon Clowney, so...
It's not that hard.
It's like Phil Jackson going from the Bulls to the Lakers.
Yeah, exactly.
What? You've coached Jordan, Pippen, Shaq, and Kobe, and you won 11 titles.
Everybody, yeah, wow, it's shocking. Please, Phil Jackson bought a vacation house or bought a retirement house in L.A. That's why he went to coach the Lakers. Get out of Chicago. What if you were Phil Jackson? Wouldn't you be like, what sounds nice this time of year? No way. Make that happen. But getting back to the point.
Yeah, in the box. I think he still stays in the box.
See, I will stand on the other side of this argument, because he's stared down the barrel of that gun a couple times in Foxborough. So I think it's late in the season enough. I think he'll be downstairs.
I think
if he's downstairs, but he's in the box for every other game besides that, what does that tell you?
That would definitely be a tip-off, but I think players and coaches alike are a part of routine and structure. Mm-hmm. If you're always in the booth, always in the booth, always in the booth, I mean, I would even do that. It sounds silly for me to do that, but I'd be up in the booth as early as possible on game day, calling down stuff to the quarterback in their helmet. Hey, and all this other stuff, just to get them used to it and everything. But you bring up an interesting point. If he's not in the box come when they go to Foxborough, and he's just holding up signs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Oregon does.
Duck, cheese,
PlayStation,
chicken wing.
Oh my God!
I love those play calls.
I love the big, like, with the 4 pitchers.
Yeah,
cracks me up to no end.
That is still not as funny as the guy that comes dressed as Andy Reid to every Holmes Bills game with an Anchor Bar menu.
That
as his play calling sheet.
That is beautiful. Did you ever like the word association thing about the play call is the thing that makes me laugh the most.
Yeah.
Like I'll give you a really old one. Boomer Esiason. They used to have it's a really old one. They used to have Sam Weiss was notorious for this. They used to have what they call a boss block, back on strong safety block. So what they used to call it was Springsteen.
Jeez.
Because Bruce Springsteen was the boss. So that's how they were associated. They call it Springsteen. And that's pretty funny. Like I love, like, when I was like making calls and making call sheets and all that stuff, I used to love doing that stuff. It was so fun. What do you have on that play? You have Zipper or Zulu? Zipper, Z-I. You motion the Z in.
Yeah.
Zulu, he goes in and out. So you have Zipper or Zulu? You called Zulu because you want to know if it was man or zone.
Antonio Cromartie was really good at the in and out. We haven't had an Antonio Cromartie reference in like 6 months.
Mickey Loomis.
That man is like a Greek god.
Mickey Loomis?
You cannot. No, not Mickey Loomis. Antonio Cromartie.
Oh, I got lightheaded.
Mickey Loomis.
If there's any
if Mickey Loomis were a Greek god, he'd be the Greek god of bad decisions. The Greek god of regret.
Your boy Loomis.